For all those who remember, these guys. They were a big part of the MySpace era, and I'm very excited to share their story today. So my friend, as usual, take a cup of coffee, cigarette, fettuccinis, whatever you feel like, as we explore the annotation of an autopsy MySpace era. Okay, real quick, before starting the video, I had this idea of maybe starting a Discord server. I think it would be awesome to, share memories and basically what we already do in the comments, but as a community in Discord, and I could, share ideas with you guys, and we could talk about the MySpace Deathcore, Metalcore era. I think it would be nice. I don't know if the Discord's gonna be made by the time I'm releasing the video, or even if I'm gonna do one, but please let me know in the comments if you think it's a good idea. So the band was formed in 2006 in Lowestoft, whatever, England. It's in England. Believe it or not, the first demo they ever did was on cassette. You remember these things that you have to flip to listen to the other side? Well, they had one song on each side, and both songs are still their most popular. The first one was Welcome to Sludge City. And the second one was Gooooo Gadget. It was amazing, just the best for real, like breakdowns, pig squeals, a little bit like Job for Cowboy, these classic pig squeals that we like, at least that I like, mixed with great breakdowns, slam parts. It was great. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the cassette was limited to 20 copies or something, so not a lot of people could have it. So yeah, with their demo, they immediately got noticed and they got signed by Siege of Meta Records. And the first step was to write an EP. Okay, fun fact. Apparently, the band already had an artwork in mind for the EP. But then when they showed the actual label what the idea was, the label just said there's no way we can distribute, records with an image as graphic as that. So yeah, I wish I could show you, but we're on YouTube and I don't think I can do that. But in Sludge City when he says she bled from every well, picture that, and that was exactly it. Which brings us to 2007 when they released their famous EP called Welcome to Sludge City.
What the fuck is that?
So good, man. So raw, and I know I always say that, but if you've been watching my videos, you know I'm always all about EPs more than albums for some reason. There's just something special about the first EP, especially in that era, in the MySpace days when a band just wanted to create something very unique, and I don't know, it was just special. I'm not saying the albums are not good, but Chelsea Grin EP, Dart is Murder, Infinite Dead EP, Job for a Cowboy, Doom EP. There's definitely something special about those EP. And as much as those bands are amazing after that, it's just there's something we don't find anymore. Whatever, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain that. But yeah, Welcome to Sludge City had so much personality. I mean, everything about it is wholesome. The artwork is amazing. I wouldn't change a thing about it. It was great. I really classified Annotation of an Autopsy as its own thing, you know. As much as people can say it's generic or whatever, to me, there's something very unique and outstanding about them. So yeah, the EP was actually pretty well received, except of course by the metal purist and the neckbeards of this world, but who cares? Honestly, the more I'm doing those videos, the more I realize that people at the time were completely unaware that a new kind of metal was beginning. They were judging those bands and those albums like if they were trying to be death metal when they were not. Sure, they were heavily influenced by death metal even to this day, but they added new elements. It was for another audience basically, and they were being judged like if they were trying to be on top of death metal. It's always been funny to me that the death metal community was always like thrashing and saying negative stuff about deathcore, while every single deathcore kid, or almost, we were just thinking death metal was cool, you know? I mean, I'm kind of a good example of that. You know I'm all about deathcore, right? I mean, look at what I'm doing right now, but I'm still really into bands like Cattle Decapitation and Cannibal Corpse and bands like that, so... But yeah, whatever. Sorry, I'm talking so much today. I think I had way too much coffee, to be honest. But yeah, to come back to Annotation of an Autopsy, after the release of their EP and all that, of course they wanted to promote it and play it live, and believe me, it was gnarly. And please notice that I didn't use the word amazing or awesome or crazy. I'm learning new words for you guys. Hey guys, real quick, I'm sorry, but while I was editing the video, I actually found an official video for Welcome to Sludge City, and I couldn't, you know, do the video without including it. It's the most Myspace underground type of video you could ever find, and I think it's awesome. Unfortunately, not long after that, they part ways with their drummer Daniel, their original drummer. I'm not sure why, I just know that it was a big deal because he had a lot of fans in the UK and it was a big deal back then. But, fortunately for the band, they replaced him with the amazing Lynn, the Blaster Baiter Jeff. It's his nickname, don't judge me or anything. Which, fun fact, he's currently the drummer of Ingested. Oh, big fail. I thought I was wearing my Ingested. Damn it. It's not my fault. It's the same. The logo is purple on my shirt and it sleeves. It's almost the same. But yeah, anyway, he's in Ingested, which is another amazing band that I love. So with their new drummer, they went back in the studio in 2008 to record their new album called Before the Throne of Infection. super sick album. I mean, kind of the same formula, but a little more polished and, you know, a little more, I'd say, technical. I also think it's pretty interesting that they went from doing classic pig squeals like Job for a Cowboy to a more guttural, low kind of vocals like Waking the Cadaver. Which, by the way, how awesome would it be to see a tour with Annotation of an Autopsy and Waking the Cadaver? It would have been sick. They also officially signed with Ferret for distribution in the US, which was great. Until in 2009, the album was re-released with a bonus DVD, but this time it was under AOAA Records. AOAA. Anyway, if you've been watching my Oceano video, they were under the same label and they really liked doing like studio updates and little vlogs and stuff like that, and they did one for Annotations while they were on tour.
I'm a mess! I love death metal and meat. There's no meat here.
What my friend here is trying to say is, hi, I'm from Jeff's.
I play in 2 bands.
Extreme drummer. I play in 2 bands.
Extreme metal drummer.
One of which, Annotations of an Autopsy,
Who?
is playing Annotations of an Autopsy.
Right, this guy, for a poster, is going to lick my bald head. That's a bit bold, isn't it?
It's Annotations of an Autopsy.
Amazing, right? So yeah, for the band, it was a big deal to sign with an awesome company like AOAA Records. And while I was doing my research, I actually found a statement they released at the time. We're all really excited that Before the Throne of Infection will be coming out on AOAA Records in the US. They're a hard-working label that has released some of our favorite CDs, and I've worked with some amazing artists like Decapitated, Carcass, Iron Monkeys, etc. over the years, and a great bunch of guys. We're really pumped for the DVD shoot, and we hope you guys will enjoy the final product. So yeah, on that mindset, they did some amazing performances. Oof. The band was on fire, honestly. They were gaining more and more attention, and they actually joined forces with Nuclear Blast. Very big record label, and I found another statement they did at the time. We are extremely excited to be part of the Nuclear Blast family alongside so many of our favorite bands such as Decrepit Bird, Psychotech, Timmy Borgir, Suffocation, and tons more. We feel with a force like Nuclear Blast now in our corner, along with our longtime UK label, Siege of Amida Records, nothing can stand in our way. This opens up a whole lot of new doors for us. And they were right. I mean, it really seemed like they were unstoppable. They were blowing up on Myspace. It was crazy and amazing to see. Again, if you were around during those days, you probably remember Welcome to Sludge City, the merch with the green logo and all that. It was a big deal. So after playing shows, doing their thing, they went back in the studio until in early 2010, they released their brand new album called Ring of Darkness. Great album, but you might have noticed very different. To me, it was straight up death metal almost. The vocals were more mid-lows, but not as guttural as it was, and the riffs were a bit different. Not many breakdowns like they used to do. And I mean, even their logo was more readable and different. It just really felt like the band wanted to try a different direction, closer to death metal, if you will. But keep in mind, it makes sense. All the members of the band were really into death metal. They were playing live with big death metal bands, so all makes sense. And please don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm not saying in any way that the album wasn't good. I'm just saying, to me, it was lacking the annotation of an Autopsy signature or something. Then they went on tour to promote the album. They did amazing shows. So sick. They also did an official video for the song Bone Crown, for which they included a live version on the DVD. It was sick. So yeah, the band were more popular, getting more traction, they were doing their thing, live shows, until in 2011 they came back with a completely different EP called Dark Days. Holy shit, I mean, how awesome did it sound? And how different too. How can you even go from a death metal album to a straight up deathcore, hardcore beatdown EP? It was so sick. Before the release, they actually did a rare interview that I found explaining their new direction.
It's going to be different from the last album. I mean, trying to make it a lot more catchier, adding a lot of new elements and stuff in that. And Don's back in the band now, because he was on our first CD, and he couldn't tour around the time, so we had to get another guitarist in. Now he's back, so we'll see what he adds to it as well.
Amazing, right? I mean, their original drummer was back, they had their new sound, and believe it or not, out of 4 songs, they did 3 official videos. Obviously, the shows were incredible too. Until later in 2012, the band released the following statement. We are now officially on hiatus. We have a few festival dates later this year that we will still be playing and 2 local shows, but we will not be touring or releasing music for a while now. Thanks for all your support and making the last tour so good. So you know, we haven't broken up, we are taking a break. I mean, it's like when your relationship and your partner tells you, we should maybe take a break. We all know this is going to end, right? Well, this is exactly what happened to the band. In 2013, they officially broke up, until in 2014, they did a reunion show for the Ghost Fest. But then, nothing for 4 years. Until, in 2018, they officially came back. People were excited, man. I mean, I don't know if you like Annotation and Autopsy as much as I do, but, you know, they released this amazing EP that was like brutal and cool, and then they just broke up. So when people saw that they were, you know, playing live again, the question had to be asked, are they gonna release a new album? Yes, they did. In 2019, they officially released their new EP called World of Sludge. Freaking awesome, for real. They really went back to their roots, you know, with the gutturals, the big breakdowns, the old school riff. Remember when I said that, you know, they released an album that it was lacking the Annotation and Autopsy personality or something? Well, it was back. Of course, the performances live were crazy as usual. And that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, after the release, playing shows, I couldn't really find anything else. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's still a band, but I couldn't really find anything recent. So please, if you have any infos, let me know in the comments. And yeah, as always, if you want to support the channel, just leave a like and subscribe. It really means the world. And if you want to take a second of your time, leave a little comment about, you know, a story you have during those days, a band you want me to cover, anything, really. I love reading your comments. As I mentioned, I'm gonna work on a Discord server. I really would like our community to be, you know, at one place and be able to share and discuss. But yeah, for this one, I'm gonna stop talking. I'll see you in the next one.